Hey friends, happy Monday and welcome back to another weekly What's for Dinner. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I am Taylor. I'm a stay-at-home wife and mom, and I share What's for Dinner videos like this every Monday to hopefully motivate you to cook more for your family and give you some new meal ideas. We didn't try anything new this week, just made some tried and true recipes and made some easy things with stuff we had on hand. Still getting ready for our big move. This video is kind of short and sweet because I'm trying to keep things pretty simple, but I still hope you guys enjoy this video, and any recipes that I do mention will be linked in the description box. Let's go ahead and get into this week's What's for Dinner. Friday night we had spaghetti. I wanted to make spaghetti one more time before Andy left. He went to Wisconsin to start working at his store. He is going to come back here and help us finish up with the move. But I wanted to make spaghetti for him so he could have like some good home-cooked meals that he loves before he left, because he's going to be cooking for himself while he's gone. So just did that with some regular spaghetti pasta and some steamed broccoli on the side. Saturday, we actually celebrated Mother's Day a day early. The kids and Andy got me breakfast, and then we went out to lunch. We went to Chili's, because there's not a Chili's like near where we live in Wisconsin, or going to be living in Wisconsin, so we wanted to go to Chili's because we like Chili's a lot. But for dinner, I wanted what I wanted to make, and like y'all will be like, you cooking for yourself for Mother's Day? Yes, I am, because I want what I want and I want it the way I want it, and the only way that's gonna happen with some foods is if I do it myself. And I wanted steak bowls. I knew Andy would like steak because he likes steak and I don't cook it that often, but I really wanted more cowboy caviar. So for my steak, I just sliced it really thinly, and then I got it in a bowl and I'm seasoning it all over with some garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of cumin, and some paprika and salt and pepper. And then I also added the juice of one lime, a little bit of soy sauce, and some olive oil. And then I tossed that around and let that marinate for about an hour. When it came time to cook it, I just heated up my cast iron pan, and then once that was hot, I tossed the meat in and let that cook over a medium-high heat till it was done, and then like all of the liquid that like cooked off of it evaporated. Then it gets like kind of charred on the outside. If it's taking a long time to make the liquid evaporate, you can like kind of soak it up with some paper towels, but usually it doesn't take too long for me, but it really depends on how much like liquid you added in with the steak, like if you did too much lime juice or lemon juice, because you could use either if you have it on hand. And then we had our cowboy caviar with that, which I shared that pretty recently, and I actually made that the day before, let it sit in the fridge so that it would be less for me to do this day. And then I made cilantro lime rice in the Instant Pot, and me and Lily like to top it with some avocado, and it is delicious. Sunday is when Andy actually had to leave to go to Wisconsin, but he did get me breakfast again that morning before he left, and then we actually had lunch out with Andy's dad and some other family for Andy's dad's birthday and celebrate Lily's birthday early with them. And we went to a pizza place and we had lunch kind of late. It was like 3. So then me and the kids weren't super hungry, so Lily ended up having leftover spaghetti. Elijah ended up having Andy's leftovers from Chili's the day before. It was leftover chicken and like some black beans and rice. And then he also had some cowboy caviar. And then I just had a big bowl of cowboy caviar with some avocado on top. Monday, I made a ham and cheese crescent braid thing. I think this recipe comes from plain chicken. I'll have it linked down below. I've made it before. I would highly recommend buying the Crescent dough sheets and not just regular crescent rolls. And if you do buy regular crescent rolls, don't buy the Aldi brand. They're good for some things, but they come in like a roll, like a pie crust, and you really need to let them come to room temperature if you're trying to like mold them in any way. And I was impatient, so they were not wanting to like pinch together very well like Pillsbury ones typically would. It ended up working out, but it was just kind of a pain. But I laid them out flat, tried to pinch them together, and then I topped them with some diced ham and some shredded cheddar cheese. And then I'm going through on the sides and just making little slits to fold up the sides and make this into like something that resembles a braid. It doesn't really, but just like cut little strips, fold it to the middle, and repeat that all the way down until you have this thing that resembles a braided log, and then you could brush it with something. I think the plain chicken recipe has you brush it with like a Dijon mustard butter blend thing, but I didn't feel like doing that, so I just stuck it in the oven, I think on 375 for about 25 minutes. Came out nice and golden, and then I sliced it up and we had that with some soup. This was the spicy tomato progresso soup. We did not care for it. It was too spicy. We cannot find anything to replace our beloved hearty tomato progresso soup. So sad that we cannot find it. Tuesday we had red beans and rice, and this is made with canned kidney beans, and I actually shared this recipe just a couple weeks ago because I was trying to use up kidney beans and I still had 2 more cans, so I bought one, then I had 3 cans to make it, and it's just so good. That's why I made it again. Would definitely recommend this recipe. Wednesday I made a bunch of buffalo chicken in the crock pot. Love to do this whenever we want like buffalo chicken enchiladas or even like pizza or buffalo chicken pasta. I just put some chicken breast in the bottom of the crock pot, seasoned it all over with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then a ranch seasoning packet and whatever buffalo sauce you want. I had some Lidl brand buffalo sauce. I just poured on the rest of that and then put this in the crock pot. I did high for 4 hours, and then when it was done I just went in and shredded it up with my little meat chopper, and then I made quesadillas with it this night. We had some fresh veggies and ranch on the side. It's always delicious. Andy's not a big fan of these, so I did these while he was gone so that me and the kids could enjoy them. And then the next night I made a buffalo chicken naan pizza, and I just took the naan bread and topped it with the buffalo chicken. Didn't even add on any extra sauce because this meat was so saucy. And then topped it with some shredded cheddar cheese. Put this in the oven on 425 for about 10 minutes. And then again, serve this with some fresh veggies on the side. It was super good and a great way to use up the leftovers of that buffalo chicken. And now it's time for our weekly member shoutouts. I do these every week at the end of the What's for Dinner. You guys can become a member of my channel if you want to for $1.99. It's down below. And if you don't see the join button down below, you might be on an Apple phone. And if you want to see it, you have to log in on your browser or like your computer. You get some extra little perks for supporting me in an additional way. Every week I am just so amazed that more and more of you are choosing to support me by becoming a member. We're up to 14 members now, and I'm shocked. I was shocked when I even got one, and I'm shocked every time I look and see that there's another one. So thank you guys so much for becoming members. It really means a lot to me. And that is going to be it for this week's What's for Dinner. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave me a thumbs up down below. And if you plan on trying any of this week's dinners, let me know which ones in the comments down below. And also leave me a smiley face emoji down there as well. I hope you all have a great week, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!